And if you guys look at the flat Earth map, Joe, this is mostly from you because all the Globers are going to go onto this. But there are more time zones in the south because it's a flat Earth. There's more constellations viewable from the south because it's a flat Earth. The path of the analemma, the path of the analemma is larger in the south because it's a flat Earth. All of the flight paths and undersea cables make perfect sense on the flat Earth map because it's a flat Earth. Nothing makes any sense on the globe. It's a delusional belief system where you have to believe in something that you cannot believe in reality.
So much incorrect information in so little time. Let's break them down one by one. So he says there's more time zones in the southern hemisphere than the northern hemisphere. So I picked the arbitrary and funny 33 degrees north, 33 degrees south. And if we count the time zones, on 33 degrees north, there are 24 distinct time zones. And when we count the time zones 33 degrees south, get this, there's only 18. So 18 is more than 24 or less than 24? I'm not sure about that. Someone answer in the comments. Here's why it kind of matters. Up north, countries like China and Greenland, and then Alaska also stretches across multiple time zones. But closer to the South Pole, there's just Antarctica. And something I feel like flat earthers really haven't grasped is how many more people live above 55 north, or how much more land is occupied above 55 north versus 55 south. You can see the two little green lines here. Those are both on the 55 parallel. Look how much land is above that top line. But below the bottom line, it's only Antarctica. Now we're going to head to our favorite place on the equator, Quito. So his next claim is there's more constellations in the south, and that proves flat Earth. So if we look at this, we got the constellation of Draco. It's very far north. We can see how much of this grid it kind of covers. Very big constellation. Now if we look at the southern constellation of Hydrus, you can see how much smaller it actually is. Draco covers about 1080 square degrees. Hydrus covers about 240. So northern constellations are just much larger than southern constellations. It's not because of flat Earth, just because we made constellations bigger in the northern hemisphere. Now with the analemma, yes, it looks bigger in the southern hemisphere. That's because the southern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun during perihelion. Here's the kicker though. We can use programs like this and model it, and it works. We just plug in all the data and poof, magically happens. Now flat earthers, if it worked on a flat Earth, you'd be able to model it with zero issue, but how come it's never been modeled on a flat Earth? Go ahead and do that. I'll wait. Now for southern hemisphere flights, would you look at that? This is live right now for me, and there are 2 southern hemisphere flights. How weird. This has been beaten like a dead horse, so aloha. It doesn't work. Period. Quit bringing this up as an argument. You can take this flight. Now, as for the undersea cables, it looks like they're trying to just connect them to the closest points of land. And if you look over here, why would they go from, let's say, New Zealand to Argentina when they can connect to this island and have a central hub to kick out in all sorts of directions? Also, this single line right here defeats your flat Earth. That's funny. Undersea cables are way more expensive than just building some telephone or cable lines across the land. So that is why, as pointed out over here, they find the closest connections. Or here, where it's much closer than going all the way over here. So time zones, stars, the sun, flights, cables, every single test matches the globe and works perfect. I have yet to see anything modeled with a flat Earth that works the way we see it outside. So there's your answers for everything. Aloha debunked yet again, really quick. Test the claims yourselves. Quit listening to these people just saying things on their soapboxes.